Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good today. The spring has finally arrived in British Columbia. The flowers are out, the snow has fully melted and the cars are out, and it feels so nice to be able to just go out with just a little jacket. Today we're gonna try and ascend one of the mounts we saw behind the Airbnb. We have been going for walks, but for some reason all the trails don't seem to go up the peak of the mountain. They just all seem to go around, so it's quite hard to find the right trail to go up to the peak, but I think that we found the way to do it, so hopefully we'll get there today. And to get there we need to walk on one of the steepest paths I've ever taken. It is so steep but so beautiful.
By the beauty of your life, I have seen a miracle. I have seen a miracle. Blessed days with you in the corner of my arm. I have seen.
So we think that that's the mount we wanted to climb. But as you can see, there's a big ridge, so we're trying to see if this path is gonna go around it so that we can go on top. So we totally went the wrong way to get to the peak. We basically did a tour all around it, and now we're trying to figure out if we can just do a big circle instead of going back, because it's a long way back. But by getting lost you get to see places that you would have never seen. And look at this beautiful valley. Don't know how well you'll be able to see, but there's a few houses over there and it's just a dirt road. And doesn't that look like a nice place to live?
The earth is here, it's here for you. The 7 fish, the owls too. And there you are, like you are, feeling so natural. Find your blue-eyed way, my darling, we'll guide you back, you find.
Alright, we nearly made it back home, and it was a long walk. I think we've been walking for like 3 or 4 hours. I don't really know. We need to check the time. So yeah, we're just gonna go back and have lunch. But before, I wanted to show you something, if I can see any of them. Wait, I'm gonna walk to one and then show you. So, do you see this beautiful tree, very tall tree? I think this is called, I mean, I'm pretty confident, but not 100% confident, but very confident that this is called the Ponderosa Pine. And do you see how long those needles are? So I learned that you can actually make pine needles baskets with those needles. And I mean, you can make pine needles baskets with many different kinds of pine needles, but the longer they are, the better and the easier it is. So those are about, this one is 15 centimeters, but you can find from 15 to 20 centimeters long pine needles. And so the other day we came and we got a basket full of those lovely pine needles, and I made my first basket, which, let me tell you, it was so satisfying. And in all honesty, I thought it would be a lot harder than it was to make. So when we go back to the house, I'm gonna show you how it looks. It's by no, you know, it's not perfect, but it was the first one, so I am hoping to improve the technique. But yeah, it's just such a cool thing. Like, I always saw, you know, baskets made out of how do you call that, like the branches, and I think that's what most people do baskets out in Italy and in England as well. I haven't seen anybody doing with pine needles, and maybe it's a thing that's more done in North America and Russia, those kind of places, but you correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just so cool to be able to make things with things that you find outside out your back door. And this is stuff that would just, you know, rot on the floor, and it has a reason to rot on the floor. I'm not saying that we should all remove it, but if you can make something out of it, it's just, you know, if there's an abundance of it and you can make something out of it, then it's just, I find that so cool. So I have actually ordered a book on with different models for like, and inspiration for things that you can do with pine needles. And I also ordered some more thread because I did the first basket with a thread that I use for jewelry, so I didn't want to finish it. And yeah, Florent has tried as well, and he was really getting the hand out of it. So I think I'm just gonna make a specific video on how to pick them up and you know, how to make one, which I think it's just very cool. But now I'm gonna stop talking. I'm very hungry, so I better go back home. Did I tell you that lately we've been obsessed with the frisbee? I don't know why, but it's just so satisfying. Let's see if I can do a good throw. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Alright. You ready? Go, 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 go! Ha! Hey! Back in the Airbnb, and as you might be able to see from my face, I totally fell in for a nap, and it's 6 o'clock now. We just came back, had a shower, and ate, and then I went to bed to finish the book that I was reading, and I totally fell asleep like a dummy. And I was reading, I just finished reading a book called Educated by Tara Westover, and I heard a lot of people saying good things about it, so yeah, I just finished it, and it is a good book. Very easy to read. I mean, not very easy to read in the sense of the topics, but easy to read in the sense of that you wanna, you know, go through the pages and know what happened. And yeah, I really recommend it. If I mean, it's not a Cheerio book, let me tell you that, but it is really interesting. So yeah, if you're looking for another book recommendation, then definitely that's one to check out. And I wanted to show you the basket, because I forgot to show you when I came back. So this is the pine needle basket that I did the other day with pine needles from the tree just behind the Airbnb, and it's about a little bit less than my hand, and it took me probably 5 hours to do, 4 hours to do. So you could do really big things with the pine needles, and I just love how it looks, and it also, it smells amazing. I mean, I doubt this smell, oh my god, so good. I doubt this smell will stay for long when it dries, but for now it just smells incredible, and I just cannot wait to do more. And I have more pine needles ready in the fridge, because apparently you need to keep them in the fridge, so I can wait to, yeah, experiment more. And now I just started cooking lasagna, because I said I would do that so long ago, and because it's something that takes a little bit of time, I was always kind of procrastinating it. But it's the first time doing lasagna in Canada, and I'm gonna do it with squash and white sauce and mushrooms. I've never done that, and I don't have a recipe, so hopefully it will turn out okay. But I'm gonna show you a little bit of how I'm gonna do it. While I'm cooking, I'm watching Erin, the beauty creep on YouTube. If you don't know Erin, she is lovely. I met her, when was it? Was it a year ago? Was it 2 years ago, Erin? I don't remember now. And we went bouldering in Glasgow, and she's just so much fun. And yeah, I really enjoy watching her videos. She often gives recommendations on what she's reading or films that she's watching, and I find that she has really good taste. So anytime that there's a new video from her, I check her out. So I'm gonna listen to her while I cook. So the lasagna is in the oven and I think it will be ready in around 40 minutes. And I'm really looking forward to try it. It was a little bit of an experiment, but hopefully it turned out okay. And now I sat down for my favorite time of the day, which is to crochet. And I've picked up crochet I think 2 weeks ago, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I always thought it was too difficult. And I mean, at the beginning it is quite confusing, but now I'm starting to understand a little bit how it works. I am picking up so many new things, so from watercolor and pine needle baskets and crochet, I just can't stop myself from like getting into anything practical. It just makes me so happy to be able to do stuff, you know, manual stuff is just my jazz.